Welcome to HobbyEXP. My name's Henry, and today I'm going to show you how you can play the Gundam TCG online right now. So the way we do this, or the way you can do this, is by going to the website Wingtable. I've got it here, as you can see. It is a great tool to be able to use to really get you started in your Gundam TCG journey. I know a lot of the cards are kind of hard to get your hands on at the moment, specifically the demo decks, but also the beta boxes, and they're quite expensive. And I'm sure there's a few people out there like us who really want to get in and start learning how to play. So this Wingtable website is a part of a group of other websites that have other TCGs that you can play online with, and it is regularly updated, as you can see on the side here, with the new release cards that have come out, that are being released via the Bandai website or Twitter page. Now, just a preface, we are not sponsored by Wingtable or any of that. They do have a Patreon, and it's a great tool, and if you really enjoy using it, you can obviously go ahead and participate in that. But right now, I'm going to show you how to use it for free, and how I've been using it, and the other guys in HobbyEXP have been using it to really start our journey in the Gundam TCG and start kind of learning the ropes and understanding a few of the decks that we could be running in the upcoming events that Bandai have coming up. So not only are there these demo events that are kind of ongoing at the moment, but there's also these bigger events, these beta battle events that are coming up, which are 64 people tournaments that are using the beta cards, but also the demo deck cards as well. So it's a fun time to start preparing for an early release, and I thought I'll share how we're doing that with you guys. So, all you really need to do here is get in and press quick match. Now, to preface this, so everyone understands off the top, this is a kind of a single player version of how this works. So effectively, you choose the two decks that are playing, and then you choose which one you are, which player you are, and you play against an AI, so a computer. As you can see here, there are different levels of difficulty you can choose for your AI, whether it be basic or medium. Some of these are locked behind, obviously, being a supporter and paying, but these ones here, basic and default, are completely free, and there's no requirement for you to pay any money or anything like that. Also, the deck building in here is as well completely free, and you can import decks from these deck building websites, and we might show you some of those at the end of the video. But also, you have the ability to create your own deck, so you can choose which colors you want. So let's say blue and green, add that deck. We'll give it a name. I'll just call it test. You can add that deck in, and you can go here, and you have the ability to edit the deck, and we have all the cards in here for those colors that you can add. Really easy deck building, really fun, a great way to kind of play around with that. And not only do you build the deck, you can then go take it straight into a game versus the AI to see how you go. So a really, really, really good tool to use to get yourself started in deck building within this game, which I will say has been quite a fun component. I'm not the biggest deck builder out there, but it's really fun component of this game, definitely with kind of the limited card pool. It's really fun to see what works, and with the color combination what works as well. So let's show you how a match works. So I'll use this Xeon Rush blue-green build that I've found online, which looks really fun, and I'll select that as player 1, and then these official starter decks down here, they have the demo ones, but also the official starter decks for the beta blue-white mid-range, but also green-white ramp. You can pick these are already preloaded in. So what I'll do is I'll pick the blue-white mid-range deck, and we've got our two decks here. We've selected how our AI wants to interact, and then we'll go ahead and press. You can either choose if you want to start first, or you can select random. So for our case, I will select random. And in we go, load it up. So there's a lot of, obviously, components with this being online being automatically done for you, which is great. But it also shows you on the left-hand side here up in this text box kind of what's happening and how that works. So obviously the first part of the game is starting hands and choosing if you want to keep or mulligan. So as you can see here, it'll ask you if you want to keep a mulligan. The best way to see your cards, obviously you can see them a little bit at the bottom here, but it's actually just to hover over them, and it will show you up here on the right hand corner what that card is, and you can read it if you aren't completely knowledgeable or comfortable with all the card names. So for me, this hand isn't terrible. I can see at the top left, the player 1 is starting the game. I am player 1, so I will be going first. We have some Zaku 1s ready to go on first turn. So I think what we'll do is I think we will keep this, so we will not mulligan, and it will automatically put our life out, and then obviously the computer will go ahead and use what it does there. So, as I said, the drawing, the resource management, that all kind of comes automatically, so you don't have to do anything for that. But when you want to go ahead and play a card, for example, you'll need to go through the action steps here. Now, obviously, as anyone knows in the Gundam TCG, you're not kind of locked behind, like main phase 1, battle phase, all that, like a Yu-Gi-Oh player. You can kind of move through these as you can. However, if there isn't anything you can do, for example, I can't attack, I don't have any units, and I don't have any like activated main effects, these will be grayed out, so it'll only be kind of what you can do. So let's play a card, and let's play this Zaku 1, which is a great turn 1 play, and then we'll go ahead and end our turn. Now I'll go ahead to the opponent's turn, and they'll run through that. The good thing with the AI is they won't rope you, like in Hearthstone, as to take their time. It'll go through the turns fairly quickly. And to be honest with you, I've been pleasantly surprised about kind of the level of play the AI has. It's not a complete walkover. Now, in most cases, you'll probably end up being able to kind of overrun them, but it will make very efficient plays. So it's not a complete walkover in that regard. All right, turn 2. Now, really, the only thing we're looking at here is playing some cards and attacking this EX base, I think. So we'll go ahead and do that. We have 2 more Zaku 1s we can play, so let's go ahead and play these. And what I will do is quickly show you that obviously the sequencing to an extent doesn't matter, or you have control over how that works. So if I go down here and press attack, this will let me attack with this unit, and you select where you want to attack, whether that be the base or the character or the Gundam. And this is how damage is tracked as well. So there'll be a little red 1 under the or within the card to show you that there is damage on that card and how much damage is on that card. And we still want to play another Zaku, so we're going to play that there, and then we're going to go ahead and end our turn. So yeah, as I said, it's a really good way. We can see now we're being attacked into. So yeah, we've taken that damage. He's taken 1 damage, and our Zaku 1 will obviously pass. Awesome, wonderful. So now we have some more plays to do, which is pretty nice. So what I'll do is this deck here is quite an aggro-focused deck, as you can tell. But what we like to do is we like to obviously keep the board clean as well. So sequencing is always generally better to try and attack before playing cards out. It's kind of a one-piece habit, given that triggers happen, and there are triggers in this game as well. But we're going to go ahead. We're going to keep chipping away at this EX base, and then we're going to go ahead and build our board. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this Zaku 2, and also this G Fighter. Now G Fighter has an effect on play, or deployed, which you can. That's what it'll look like when it comes up there. So you do have a time frame on activating those effects. So make sure you're quite on the ball with clicking the effect for it to go off. Ah, there you go. He's got his own fighter. Oh, wonderful. A nice pair there, and that really shows the pair functionality and how that works. So as you can see what's on there. You can see what its total. Now total HP and AP is, and so when you're doing the calculations, it's taken 1 damage, so it should have 2 HP left. Awesome. So let's go to our turn. We're not seeing the greatest of curve for us, but that's not terrible. It actually looks like it might be an angle here where we might want to buff up this Zaku with Char, just making sure that works. So let's do that. Very good. And what we'll do next is we're actually going to semi-ignore this this unit here and kind of swing in. So this is the fun thing, where you can kind of buff up these these Zaku 2 is pretty strong with Char, given that he gives the +1 on attack as well, and it gives +2 on attack, so it's a +3, which is quite nice. And then we're going to attack again with our guy here as well. And again, because we're more aggro focused, we definitely want to look at swinging quite early and often, to be honest with you. And then we're going to play a card. Now, we're going to get the low cards in hand, but what we're going to do is we're going to play this shield, sacrificing our EX base, to get a unit and also draw a card, which is a great kind of double whammy there, and something definitely we look to do in our deck. So we'll end the turn. We'll head over to the opponent's turn. It's going to go straight for the base. Smart. Play a Gundam. Ooh, the armor array. Very powerful, very powerful. So we've got that trade in there. So as I said, look, the AI isn't bad, because it definitely makes kind of those efficient plays that you'd like to see. Now, when we look at my turn here and how I want to respond, there's definitely an element of wanting to continue to build the board, but there's, we could get 3 shields down and bring them down to 2, and really start pushing the ante there, putting them on the back foot. So I think, to be honest with you, that is probably the angle we'll go. We're not too scared about dying, obviously. Ooh, I see a base out of life. So this is a good kind of element of why playing games like this can really help you kind of understand the fundamentals of the card game. So I swung with my 2-1 there, knowing that if they do trigger a base, I have this Zaku 2 ready to go that can swing 5 and already destroy the base. So I don't have to worry about, swinging. Where if I swung this first and then the base came out, I wouldn't be able to clear. I'd have to use 2 swings to clear the base. Whereas now I can use my Zaku 2 here that's been powered up to do the 5 damage to the base, and I'm not slowed down by the base there. So yeah, a little bit of a sequencing or fundamentals with kind of how you want to really run this deck. And wow, we've got a double base. Which is very good for my opponent here, for the computer. But what I'll do is I will continue to rebuild my board. And what I'll do here is I'll actually ping so he's on 2, he's on 2 as well. If I ping here, that's down to 1 and pretty much dies to anything. So that is what I will do here. And I end my turn. So now we've really put our opponent in a tough position. They have to go for board effectively. Oh, I stand corrected. We're going to go for the base. I guess they're kind of thinking that with this base, if they swing into me... Okay. Very interesting. This is sometimes what you get with the AI. Maybe they're not the most efficient turns. Oh, here we go. Okay, that's a pretty decent turn in terms of getting rid of that. However, I think it's all for naught, given that I have my my buffed up Zaku here. So what I'll do is I will attack with this first to remove the base. And then yes, weight of numbers, I will again attack from the lowest to the highest. From a power perspective, there we go. And yep, we have won the game. So attack the opponent, yes. Boom, there you go. And now we've finished the game. So that's how it works in a nutshell, which is great. You have the ability to restart the game. You can play the exact same matchup again, or you can go back and load up some new decks if you want to play some different combinations of cards. So that's really it. As I said, obviously playing against the AI sometimes isn't as kind of you might not get the best quality of matches, but with regards to deck building and practicing some fundamentals of the game and learning the game, really is kind of how the flow works. It's a great way to get started and something that I would highly recommend anyone have a go at. And plus, it's free. It's online. You get to play a bit of Gundam early, which is awesome. I always get that itch. I want to play a little bit of Gundam now, and you can do that right now. And as I said, within the deck building, within the deck builder, they have all the new cards as well. So all these cards that have been revealed recently, you can go and start, building some decks there, maybe with the idea of playing them in the actual set release that is coming out very soon. So, before I finally sign off, what I want to show you is some other tools that you can use to, help you move along in your journey, mainly around, I guess, deck building. So, as I mentioned here, we have within Wingtable a few links to a few of the deck building websites that already exist for Gundam, and some of them are doing some really cool things with regards to one, the deck builder, which is really cool. You can see here this is an example of one of the deck builders, but also if we go down here to EX Burst, they have some information on decks that people have used in tournaments or community tournaments. So we've got some tournament results here, and you can go in and look at some results from tournaments and kind of how they ran them. So I think this is the one that I may have used. Yeah, so I used this deck here that ended up winning, the green blue deck, as the example in our video today. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for some more Gundam content. We're very keen to pump some more games out, with the physical cards. But we'll definitely be grinding this away in the background to really get those fundamentals down pat, but also to start cooking up some of those deck lists as well for the upcoming events. And I'm sure we'll have a lot more information and coverage of those upcoming events as well. So that's Henry signing off for HobbyEXP. All the links to what I've shown you in the video will be in the description below. But it would be great to see you, leave a like, subscribe to our channel, but also maybe write a comment, maybe talk about, a deck build or a color combination you're excited to see in the Gundam TCG. But that's it for me. Love to see you guys in the next video. Cheers.